Y'all see it, man. We are back with another one, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know exactly what is going on. It is time to bring it like we always do, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the person you are seeing above me is above me for a very specific reason. This is the Mission Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion right here. This is the woman of your dreams right here. And not only that, she is the queen of the South, ladies and gentlemen, Kiah Dream. What is going on, beloved? How are you doing today?
I am doing great.
Yeah.
Excited for this interview. I haven't done one in a while, so excited to say what's up, what's new with the dream.
Let me be the first one to tell you before we got started, ladies and gentlemen, she says she don't do nothing basic, and that's a fact. That's a fact. You got to watch
That-
her stuff now. She don't do nothing that way. You better
Nothing
tell the
else.
people how you get down now.
That is true. Yeah, Kiah Dream don't do nothing basic. Gotta have the jewelry, gotta have the hair, gotta have the accessories. Always, it's a
Okay.
dream experience to be
Oh,
around.
y'all heard that? A dream experience now. Ain't nothing wrong with a little dream experience. You got to get in where you fit in. Now, I want to kick off with that. I brought up your Mission Pro Tag Team Championships with Maya World, which is really interesting because I think y'all make a good team. I'm just going to be the one to say it. I'm going to be the one to say it first. If nobody else has said it, okay? Now, what does that feel like for you to be able to not only work with Thunderosa, but for her to have that trust and faith in you to carry those tag belts?
That definitely means a lot because I met Thunderosa a long time ago. My jujitsu trainer, she fought her. They had a
Oh.
like a what was it? It was MMA, but they had a match together, and so it was very interesting that you know that my old coach was like fighting her for real. I can't remember who won that one, but either way, like it's cool. And then like just the places she's been and like how good she is in the ring, it really
Mhm.
does mean a lot that they're trusting me with that and to be with Maya World as well. Like she's so good in the ring. So I'm learning a lot and just enjoying like being out more, being in Texas, and yeah, I'm grateful.
Y'all hear the Southern drawl? It's slight. It's slight. But it's there, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all heard that? She said Texas. I like the way she say Texas, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. I ain't Southern, but I got family down there. I'm a city slicker. I don't know how to talk like that. I'm gonna try one day though. And by the way, for the sake of the stream, you should have said Thunderosa beater. Just just this one time. Just say Thunderosa beater. That's all you gotta do, you know?
Yes, yes, period. Yeah, I believe she did though. So yeah, she definitely Thunderosa. Thunderosa had that. So
Yeah, no, now you got to do this. You got to talk me through your training experience. I know you train with, I call him Brother Devon. You train with Brother Devon. You got to talk to me not only about that experience, but what was a moment where he pushed you to your absolute limit and you were like, oh God, I don't know if I want to do this.
that's every day with Devon. That's why I like going there because Devon, like his motto is if you're not blowing up, you're not doing anything. And so that really does help like in a confidence aspect as well as, just in a like because we have to have a lot of endurance, especially like when you're doing a lot in a match or even like when it comes to like if you have a tryout or you
Mhm,
gotta like do something to stand out. We really focus on like having high energy.
mhm.
So every day at Devon's is you're pushed to a limit. Like he's gonna throw something in there that you like. But here we go. Like that's how we work, and it's a long time too. Like it's a couple hours, actually more than a couple hours. Like Devon really is all day if you can.
Mhm.
Like and you're gonna be working the whole time. It's not like, oh, you get to talk and chill. Like it's work. So that's normal. That's an everyday training thing.
Okay, you say Devon putting you to work. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Now, it had to have been a moment where all of that training, all of those moments where you were pushing yourself real hard, getting past the point of being blown up, you got into a match and you were like, oh man, this came in handy. What was that match for you where you first were like, thank you, Devon?
I'll say a reality of wrestling with Promise Braxton.
Mm,
That was a match where I felt like I was really like turned up, as especially as a baby. Like, I feel like I make a better baby, but like in the ring anyway. And so that match, I was definitely, yeah, I was like thankful for that. And then like also like when it comes to just like being loud and
mhm,
like learning how to get certain reactions, because that's one thing Two, it's like I feel like, being vocal, like it's something I was taught. So that was, I feel like that match for sure.
Wait, no, we got to unpack that more. You said you enjoy being a baby. What are the elements of that you actually enjoy? Because I think you a better heel. I'm just gonna say it.
Okay, so there's two sides. So in the ring, I feel like my move set is more babyface. When I'm heel, I don't do a lot of my like athletic stuff because that's not your job as a heel. I feel like because a lot of it's like more the impressive side. But as far as like my personality, yeah, I'm definitely a heel. Like in real life, like yeah, I'm a heel. And it also just in general, like my sassy personality, that's just Kiah, and that's always been Kiah. So yeah, personality, but in ring, I definitely think I gotta make that connection on like how to do my move set better as a heel because I feel like it can kind of comes down a little bit in ring. But as baby, it's like I can get that fire, the energy is up, and it's like as a heel, you kind of have to. I mean, the energy's up, but it's like you almost have to like slow down things a little bit, and it's more like intentional because just depending like where we are in the match, it's like okay, let me talk, let me slow down, let me hit them with this, and then like let it settle. Versus like baby, to me it'd be like boom, 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 and that's how I operate best, like in a quicker. In like the ring though, but yeah, personality.
Okay, see, you said sassy. You was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely a heel in real life. Yeah, real life. Yes,
Yeah.
when I go to Five Guys, if they don't get my burger right, guess what? The Kiah Dream that we all know and love is coming out, ladies and gentlemen. But if you make everything right, you get her right. She gonna be a baby. You know what I'm saying? You gotta step up or step out. You know what I mean? Now, the thing is this: wrestling is such a dynamic thing. Was there a moment in a match where you were, you came in as the heel and the crowd was just like, no, we want her to be a baby in this match, and you had to call in audible?
There are times I won't say that I've been in the moments that it's happened, I wasn't really experienced enough to like switch it up like that. Unless I was in there with somebody who was. But I mean, I have called audibles. It just depends. Like, but I'll say, yeah, because at first, like, especially my face and like the gear I used to wear was very bright and like colorful. So I try to take that in consideration too. Because if I'm healed and I'm wearing something bright, it's like I can't remember what show it was. It was so long ago, but I had really like first started, and it was like at a convention type place with kids and stuff. And it was like I had on this bright blue outfit, and I was supposed to be healed, but they're cheering, so I'm like, sorry. But yeah, that point in time, I didn't have experience enough. But like, I can't remember who I was wrestling. It was so long ago. But yeah.
Yeah. You like go to hell. They like, but you're bright.
Yes, colorful color. Like kids, especially, they love colors and stuff. So it's like you have to think about things like that too. When it comes to what role you're portraying that night. And I think like now I'm trying to be a little more intentional with what I wear. Still have so many ideas. It's just like gear just takes so long to get made, or even if I'm making it, it's just a lot. So
Wait, stop
but
the presses. You out here making gear?
yes, I've made
Oh.
years. I need to be a little more like, cause I need to make videos and stuff. Cause I think I made like 1 or 2 videos where I was making some of my gear. But yeah, cause these gear makers either they'll like ghost you or they just like don't respond, or you'll pay for it and then you're waiting 6 months. And with how I am, I've changed stuff too much. Like I don't even like my hair really the same for more than a couple days. Like I don't like to. Yeah, for real. That's just how I am. So I hate wearing the same outfits twice. I will I'll if I can switch it up in a way like this shirt with this different,
Right.
like tweak it. But it's not something I like to do. But gear is really time consuming but I can make it. Like the
Okay.
red and gold one with Maya, I made that one.
Oh, that okay. It's funny enough because I actually like that one. So I was like, okay, she had a good gear maker, but turns out that was you that whole time, huh?
Yes, I can do
Oh.
it all. I don't want to. I want to just pay somebody to do it, but they don't do right. So I have to do
Okay. And also, side note, Feds, if she ever get in any trouble, you never find her. She gonna change her hair color. She gonna change everything about you. Never find her. Okay, so
Yeah.
just give up while you're ahead. You gonna see her on this stream, and that's it. No wrestling events, no nothing. Not at the gym. She's gonna be a different
Sounds
person.
true. Yeah, honestly.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now you've gotten to get the experience of major promotions, working with them, and also working the independent scene. Now talk to me about the differences. What are a few things you notice from, being backstage at TNA and AEW versus working the independent scene? What are a few differences you notice, and which backstage environment do you actually prefer?
Well, I mean, obviously, to me, like organization wise, of course, like TV is more organized, so I prefer that. And then, of course, you get to me a better check, so yeah, I prefer that. But
Oh.
'cause I mean, it's about the passion stuff too. But we all grown here, got to get paid for our time and what we do. But on the independence, I feel like it's not as much pressure.
Mhm.
Like I mean, I feel pressure because I just think a lot and I put a lot into everything. So I want it to be right. But I feel like, yeah, just like with TV, it's just more professional. And then like I say, like the check is nicer. But as far as independence, yeah, you have more freedom. It's like you don't have to worry so much about, I don't know. I just feel like it's just more of a comfort thing. Or like even with the crowd, like sometimes like when you say certain stuff, it's just more of like a comfortable feeling. Like depending on where you at too, because some crowds are like, they just not like wrestling. Like who brought them here? I don't know why.
Oh, talk about it.
Yeah, that is weird. I remember in New York when I wrestled there one time, it was like one show we did the first night, the crowd was lit, like fun, like that. They were really like behind everything. And then the next day we did a different venue, but it was like close. I mean, the city was close enough. And I'm talking about everybody was just like, and I was pulling out, me and the girl was calling audibles. We was like, let's do this, like let's
What?
add that. And I'm talking about they was still like,
Damn, sitting on their hands, huh?
yeah, I was like, dang, like, what's going on? What's wrong with y'all? Like, and that's not to say there's anything wrong with them because honestly, like, they were like that with every match. It wasn't just like our match. So I was just like, okay. And then, I don't know. It's just weird. You just never know. Like, some crowds are real, like, wrestling crowds. Like, they come for that. And then some are just like, I like the pop stuff, like the big moves or like whatever you do, they're behind. Like, maybe drinking, whatever. I don't know.
Hey, when they drinking, it's a little bit different. Now, when they drinking, it's a little bit different. I done seen beer get spilled on people. I done seen all types of crazy stuff. I done seen wrestlers splash beer on people. Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, Chicago get rowdy. I ain't gonna lie to you. New York used to hold that crown, and then Philly held that crown for a little bit. But now Chicago, you come to an indie event here, you'll be liable to see a couple things. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Now, yeah, no, you gotta wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna say this to all Chicago promotions, freelance, all of y'all. I'm gonna be talking to y'all and make sure y'all get her there, man. Stop playing. We gonna get that popping. She like the bag, so the money got to be right, okay? We not here to play them games.
Yes.
Okay. That's just how
minimum.
this gonna go. All right. Now you brought up something with the crowd that this is kind of off the beaten path. You can plead the fifth on this one if you want to. This is just something I'm just spitballing here. You saw the recent situation with Maxine Dupree, correct?
I did.
Talk to me about the reception for that versus how you personally feel that should have been approached. Because I'm curious, because you did bring up crowd. So I want to see what your take is on that.
Well, I feel like to be honest, my take is if people are booing you or cheering you, like if they're giving a reaction, it's a good reaction. Because my motto always been like, if you don't have haters, like you're not doing it right. Like it's better than them being dead silent to me. And so that's kind of my take on it. Like people are talking about you and in the entertainment industry in general, like not even just wrestling. Like that's why you see people like Blueface, Krishan, like doing all this crazy stuff. It don't matter as long as like you got, you staying relevant. in my opinion. But that's more from an entertainer point of view. Like it can, people get deeper and they debate into it. And I think that's
Mhm.
also adding to the, long as you staying relevant, long as they talking about you.
You in the algorithm. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
It's to take from my Philly cast, man. You got to be the algorithm bull. You gotta get out there, man, by any means necessary. And also, when I think about that, something just like completely crossed my mind. I know with your sassy personality, as you described it. I'm just saying what you said. Was there a moment where it was somebody in the crowd that you were just like, okay, look, I know I'm here to do a job, but I'm about to step out my body, and where was it?
I'm trying to think. Like bar crowds be like that. Like one time, actually, I had a man at the time, and he handled it for me. But it was more like this. My top at the time, like it just kept messing up, and the man was just yelling out like nip slip. Like he just kept saying stuff, trying to make it worse. And like I say, my dude at the time like checked it or whatever. So because I don't have to argue with nobody. Like I'm too
Yeah.
that. But anyway, like, yeah, that I ain't gonna lie, like it did kind of make me mad because it was like, bruh, like it's already embarrassing and you just gone.
Yeah.
But that's the game. I don't take stuff too personal. It's real hard to make me mad because I know what I signed up for.
Mhm.
So as long as you talking, as long as you ain't on your phone, and when Kiah Dream step out, like we cool.
Oh, spicy. I wasn't ready
Yeah.
for the spice. You gotta warn me next time, goddamn. I wasn't ready for it that time. All right, she just slid it in there. Y'all saw that? That's what I'm talking about right there. That's why she climbing right now, okay? And I'm sorry, that was funny. The way you said he said nip slip is absolutely hilarious.
No,
That was
it
funny.
was funny now, but like at the time, I was being kind of because it was like a lot. Like he kept on, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think my family was there too. So I was like,
Oh, the family was there? Oh, damn.
my dad was there actually.
Damn. Pop saw it too, huh?
That was embarrassing. That
Yeah,
was
but
one of
it's
the
always that one person. It's always that one person that's causing a stir, and you just like, shut the hell up, bro. We see it. It's obvious. You know what I'm saying? He broke his
Mhm.
leg. No.
Right. Oh wow, I had no idea.
I didn't see his bone outside of his leg. I didn't see that. It just happened. It just happened. But let's loosen up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think we got a good little energy, but we gonna take it somewhere else. We gonna switch it all the way over. You are from Georgia, correct?
I am from Georgia, yes.
Okay, a little Georgia peach. There ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm gonna ask you. You gotta give me your favorite Southern meal or Southern style meal, because you know New Orleans, they a little nitpicky about it. They'll be like, "Oh no, we don't claim that," But give me your favorite Southern dish.
My favorite something, and actually I cook like the other day I cooked ribs, mac and cheese,
Mm, mm,
collard greens,
mm.
cornbread, and like I impressed myself because I don't really eat pork too much, but I just want to try something different. But I'll say like actually the other day that was my favorite meal, but normally like something like that, whether it's like the mac and cheese, that's my favorite. And then like whatever meats, if you want to put a little barbecue on it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my go-to. Like gotta have the greens, the cornbread. That's my
Oh. You said the cornbread. This the real test. Sweet or savory cornbread?
I like it a little sweet. I put honey in mine.
There we go. That was the right answer. If you would have said anything else, I would have been like, she's from Philly. She ain't really from Georgia. She from Philly.
No, I'll be putting honey. I'll be like squirting it in there. Like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, people that eat savory cornbread, this ain't the stream for you, bro. Just gonna be honest. This ain't the one for you. If you eat that California cornbread that look like it came out of jail, this may not be yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The little hard one is like this thick. Nah, that's not what
Yeah,
we doing.
nah.
Not the life cornbread. You gonna eat your cornbread. No. No, absolutely not. Now, Southern dishes, you said you made ribs, you do all that. So now you cook, you make your own gear. Let's talk about what other talents you have that somebody watching may not know about. They may not know Kiah Dream can do this, that, and the third.
Well, that's a good, I mean, that's like two big ones right there. Cooking, I can sew. I do real estate. I don't know if that's really a talent, but like that's something,
Are
you
you
know.
making sales?
Yeah,
Then
of
it's a
course.
talent. Then it's a damn talent.
I don't do it for free. But yeah, so business type stuff. I feel like I have a lot of layers.
Mm,
And that's always one thing, like, because like you're not just a pretty face,
mm.
like it's layers to it. Like there's a lot of stuff I like to do. But I think we kind of nailed them. Unless something pops up, it's kind of hard to think about like
Watch,
that.
she gonna watch. We gonna get to the end of this interview, and she gonna be like, "Oh, damn it, that's right, I can do."
That's true, honestly,
Yeah.
probably.
No, that's how it goes sometimes. It be like that. So you are talented. So I'm gonna assume you surround yourself with talented people. And I know one person that you are friends with. Talk about Ariana Grace a little bit. How did y'all two meet? How did that come about? What's up with that?
I love her. That's my girl. That's my friend. Best friend actually. So yeah, with her, we met at D-Von's. She had just came from Canada, and she says like I'm her first American friend. So
Oh.
we hit it off instantly. I don't really I'm acquaintances with a lot of people, but I'm not really friends with a lot of people. Like that holds a little more weight. So the fact that we just hit it off, we just had one of those like things where we just click. And like I have another friend like that back home, but it's like, we just when you first meet them and it's like the energy's good because how I measure people is like when I'm talking to them, do I feel like good about what we're talking, like not about what we're talking about, but like good with their energy, like okay, I can keep talking, or do I feel like because sometimes I get energy from people that's like, okay, like just keep it. It's like a wall.
Yeah,
Like it's
stay
kind of
over there with it. Yeah.
yeah, it's weird, but it's not weird. It's just like energy people give off. But yeah, like she gave off really good energy. And like ever since we just been really good friends and we hang out. I need to actually hit her up. But yeah, like that's my girl. I'm so proud of her too. Like what she's doing in NXT, Miss NXT, like she killing them, and I just love it for her because she deserves it. She works really hard. She's really inspiring as a friend. Like she's always like tried to help me. So I'm thankful for her for being a real one. So
No, I tell you what, I met her in the suite at WrestleMania last year in Hollywood. And when I tell you she was such a sweetheart, she was so nice.
she is. She
Yeah.
is.
Well, she's from Canada, so that plays a part. But that's all right. Now you guys became friends. You said y'all clicked straight off the bat. What cultural things did you introduce her to that she didn't know about? Because I know it was something.
I ain't gonna lie, them little Taco Bell,
Taco Bell.
the little Taco Bell, little what's it called? They're like these little ball, like the cinnamon
Oh, the
ball things.
Cinnabon Jones, yeah.
Yes, I remember. I don't know why that just like stuck out to me, but one time, like it was late at night, and we went. She was like, "What is this?" Like little snacks is like, cause she's so like healthy, like everything. She's very like watchful of everything, and then I'm over here like. So it'll always be like some kind of snack or something I'm being a bad influence about. But yeah, stuff like that.
Well, let me be the first to say shame on you. And second of all, let me say those are good. They are good. I ain't gonna lie to you. One time I ordered them in the middle of the night for no reason. And I ordered the big bag. You could get like the little 20 case. And I ain't gonna lie, I was eating them in the dark. I was, but I'll be working out though. I work it off.
Mhm.
It's just when you order 20 of them at 1 a.m. That's not a good look.
I know, and it's always late at night because who wants to eat that in the day? It's not something I don't think anyone just makes a conscious choice. Like I want to go to Taco Bell today. Like I think it's something that late at night you either coming from somewhere or you just late night hungry.
That's
To
me with
me,
White Castle too. Like White Castle, the only time you'll catch me really eating it is after the club. That's about it. Like even then, I barely want to eat it.
it's interesting White Castle because I don't even know they have a crystal. We used to call it crystal, like in Georgia. I think they're two different. They're different, but they're kind of the same thing. Like I don't know, but I haven't eaten that in so long.
So it's a couple places I haven't had yet, but like I haven't had Zaxby's, I haven't had Bojangles. It's a few places I haven't had in the South yet, but I've been to the South quite a bit. What's something you could recommend out of like all of the fast food joints? I've had Whataburger though. Whataburger is fire.
Mm.
I like
Well,
Whataburger.
we don't have a Whataburger here, and that's not something I grew up with in Georgia either. That's like, I be feeling like that's down in Texas though,
I
I
love
think.
Texas. I ain't gonna lie to
Me too. And the food is cheap there too. I remember I ordered like Mexican food and it was like the whole meal I had a drink and like a dessert and they were like 15 something something. I was like
you
15.
lying. You said
I
15?
thought I wish I mean I'm glad I'm not lying, but yeah, like no, San Antonio when I went down there, I was like I was looking at the receipt like, are you sure?
Wait,
'Cause,
did you
like,
do the audible gasp just like that?
yes, I did. I really did. I was like, are you like there's no way. But yeah,
Let me give you more money. Here, just take it. Here. Let me
that's
pay
it.
you for what you gave me. And they like, no, it's $15. No. San Antonio, I really love. I'm not gonna lie. I had an experience on the Riverwalk. That's a story for off camera. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people don't need to know about that. But the Riverwalk is lit. You could definitely get drunk there within, okay, I was gonna say minutes. It was seconds for me. But don't judge me. I'm a good Christian man. I have good Christian values, okay?
Okay, I ain't judging you.
All
Do
right,
what
you
you
know.
do, bro.
I be praying to my lords with a Z, lords. I be praying to them, you know. So
Right.
talk to me one more time about something. You done got me on a food kick. We gonna move on back to wrestling, but you done got me on a food
Hey.
kick. See, I've had the street food in like Texas and California, and then by the grace of God, I survived the street food in New York. But it was cheap though. It was
It's
cheap though.
it's
So
good.
when it comes to food culture, I know you from Georgia, but you gotta say who has the best food.
As far as like Texas, Georgia, like what you mean?
Oh no, all across the board. Have you been to Chicago yet?
I don't think I've been to Chicago.
Oh,
I don't think I have. Unless I feel like for a signing, possibly, but I don't really have a good memory of it. Because a lot of times too, when I go places, like it's just to do the event, and I don't
mhm.
really like go out. But I don't think I've been to Chicago actually.
Oh, I got you. I'm gonna talk. We gonna go to Harold's. We gonna do the whole thing. Okay, see, you shouldn't have said nothing. I'm gonna take care of you. You know, I'm gonna make sure my people enjoy District Nightclub. Take care of you. I got you.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do
You
it.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We gonna get you here to Chicago, man. They gotta get you right, man. But now let's get back to wrestling. I don't want to hold you up with none of that. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to do all that. That's my fault. Now, being a woman's wrestler, obviously, what is a big obstacle that you feel not only women have to overcome in professional wrestling, but how do I put this? Something that when you look at it, you just go, women deserve better. What is that one thing?
Hmm.
That noise.
Well, because I was gonna say like obstacles we face, I think we have to be very like confident because if not, whether it's the men that take advantage or whether it's the other women, like
Mm,
gonna get ran over. Like that's one thing I had because I started wrestling at 18. So luckily I've always been pretty strong, smart, held my values. But I see a lot of girls, I feel like they're at a disadvantage where they're just very naive
okay.
and they don't know how to stand up and talk for themselves or like say, what they want or they, let a man or let someone intimidate them. Just things like that. Like in the wrestling world in general, I feel like women, we really are getting it better now, considering like from back in the day. It's definitely progressing. I'm sure, there's still ways to go with it,
Mhm.
but I feel like longer matches, like women are main eventing. Like to me, I feel like we're at kind of an advantage right now. And then there's just more like platforms as well. Um, but yeah, I'll say at a disadvantage. And to me, it's just more of like because in wrestling, how like music artists and stuff, like they'll have managers and
Of
stuff.
course.
Like in wrestling, I mean, there are things like that, I guess, but like there's not really anybody, like to me, there was no one really guiding me. Like when I first started wrestling, I just jumped in, like literally how I got in, like how I started training was I was looking because 2017, I think. No, 2018, because every year is my age. So, but
Mhm.
either way, like, when I started, I literally just looked up pro wrestling training, and then nothing came up, and I was in Georgia, and then like I found like they were like birthday parties
Mm-hmm.
uh that someone was doing. They were like wrestling, like call us for that, and that's how I called that number and was like, hey, do you know anyone who offers training? Like it was like that. Like nowadays, you got schools everywhere, but at that time, it was just a little harder to find. Maybe I just didn't know, but I think that knowledge of and also like being in business has really taught me to be stern, like,
There you go.
a certain way. No, it ain't no, you're not paying me. We're just gonna,
Mm. Mm-mm.
like, 'cause some people will try to switch up on you real quick. They'll promise you one thing and then do
Of
another.
course.
Um, just things like that. But eh, they're just that I just like wish, women like I don't know. It's like almost like it's nice like when you have like nicer vets and stuff that really want to help you and aren't
Right.
like intimidated and stuff because a lot of women don't want to help other women, but some do. There are good women out there and there are good vets and stuff, but there also are a lot who will like say one thing, kind of distract you, kind of get you to, like it's a big game, but it's just the industry and it's the business. So
Let's talk about it without naming names. I know you have a gatekeeper story. I've talked to plenty of wrestlers. Every wrestler has that one gatekeeper story where they ran into somebody that was like, "Oh, you hating on me. You trying to keep me from getting to where I'm going." Without naming names, what was that one gatekeeper story where you were just like, "Oh, here we go with this shit. Here we go."
to me, I've experienced it my whole life. Like I've always I guess been considered like, beautiful, pretty,
You cool or
everything
whatever. You cool or whatever. Uh-huh.
I could ask about me. But anyways, yeah, so just growing up, I guess, kind of like, and I've always been very like confident, like Kiah is Kiah, and I don't have no problem being me. But I've always experienced jealous women. I've always experienced friends turning on me. I've always experienced jealousy from a young age to high school to
Mhm.
wrestling. So to me, it don't really bother me because it's normal for
Mhm.
me. Like, it's just the reaction most of the time, not all women, but most of the time, it'd be like a little hater or something. It's not just about the looks. It could
Mhm.
be because of whatever, I really don't care. Ain't got nothing to do with me or my chick. So feel the way
Mm.
you feel. But it's not even just one. I notice it all the time, whether it be like a look or whether it be one time though. This one really, like, I'm not gonna lie, it made me upset and got a reaction on me because it messed with the match. And I don't like people, I'm coming out here spending my time and
Mhm.
your time as well. And
Yeah.
then we're in the ring. So we call the match or whatever, and then we get in the ring and the girl, first of all, I asked her, well, it was her home promotion. So I was like, are you normally heel or baby? She was like, you be baby, I'll put you over, da 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 da. And
Okay.
then I was like, okay, cool. So I'm coming up, studying her, like trying to see what we can put together, put our match together. And then like when we got out there, because I'm supposed to be baby, right? She
Mhm.
comes out like dancing, high fiving. I'm like, I just and so
No.
I just got worse. So my crew's like looking too, like looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, am I real or am I baby? Like I thought we was. So we get in the ring, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like it's her promotion. Okay. And so then when I tell you, I got in the ring, and she just wanted to like not do anything we talked about. And that's fine. If you want to work on the fly and you a vet like that and we
Yeah.
got it, like you say that's I ain't calling nothing. Like we just gonna work on the fly. I got you. Like, but set the
Of
expectation.
course. Of course.
Me just like I'm like literally going to give her like a arm drag and she just like didn't go. And I was like, okay. So I'm just like throwing shots, like just hitting her because it was so awkward because like the crowd obviously is like they
uh
don't get it. We have no story. It's just us kind of like that really made me mad because it's like, girl, if you didn't want to come, you didn't have to come. If you didn't feel that it was worth your time, you could have done something else. Like,
Mhm.
don't mess with my time. Like, time is very valuable. And also, this stuff goes on the internet and it's out there forever.
Yes, it
Like,
is.
I'm perfect. I know I have a lot to work on, but it's like that just really like to throw me off like that. Like that was some real hater stuff. Like, cause like I say, like I'm used to like a little hating, a little comment here and there. Like, girl, whatever helps you sleep better at night. I don't care. But that was like, you gonna mess with the match, girl?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's the? I don't know. But yeah, that one kind of made me upset. And after, I kind of just like asked her, I was like, what happened? Oh, I just can't remember that good. I'm like, well, you could have said that. And
Stop.
then yeah, stuff like that. It's normal. That's why like I don't get too like I say, it's real hard to get to me. You gotta like do something crazy to really make me mad. Like that was crazy. So that did make me mad. But the petty stuff it comes with it. And if you can't handle that, then you gotta find you something else to do.
Of course, of course. Yeah, she went out there and pulled the okey doke on you. She tried to play you for a fool.
And I'm like, girl, we both look bad. Not just me. We both look crazy right now. Like that was but it's like I think at that, like I guess where she was in her career, she just didn't care. She just seemed not to really care too much about herself or anything like that. So
And you learned a lesson from that, I'm sure.
yeah, it was just hard with that one because like I say, like it's nothing wrong with like working on the fly or nothing, but it kind of like just put me in a weird position. Like I don't mind listening to a bit. I really, like if you don't want to call it, cool. Like I've been trained. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the prettiest match, but I've been trained to do that too. And I've been like working for kind of a minute. So I can do that with you, but you gotta let somebody know instead of just like what were you trying to get across? Because now I feel like the crowd is looking like, what is this? They don't know who to cheer, who to boo. They don't know what's going on. They're not even seeing really any, moves or nothing, like, or, nothing to entertain them. It was just like, why are they just hitting each other and why they look lost?
They keep hitting each other. What's happening? I don't know what's going on. Who's winning? As I've seen matches like that where I'm like, oh man, somebody changed it on the fly. I've
And
seen
that's
plenty of
cool.
matches like that.
Yeah, because it's like it's cool if you can do that and do it well, by all means, do it on the fly or you let somebody know, you can call to me, well, because I've had to do that before. Like, I'm not gonna say that's my strong suit though. It's something I still gotta work on, like calling stuff on the fly. But if I know, or if it's like something just got messed up, or I'm like listening out for it, but that was like, okay, well, here we are. Like, but charge it to the game and keep it moving.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of charging stuff to the game, you have your rises, you have your falls. You said you have to work on a few things. What are those few things you feel you have to work on? Are they inside the ring, outside the ring, both? What you feel you need to work on?
I mean, I'm like kind of a perfectionist. I never feel satisfied with anything. Like I feel like I'm trying to get better with not beating myself up about things,
Mm-hmm.
but specifically like I need to work on my selling. I need to work on my heel work when I'm, heel, like I say, personality wise, cool, but in ring, also like, portraying who Queen of the South is in the ring.
Right.
And even outside the ring, like with the outfits, because I don't look like your average Southern woman. So I think that can throw people off too. So it's like finding the balance with that type of stuff with character. That's why a lot lately, like I've been speaking, just trying to talk, just so people can hear what I'm saying, like
Mm-hmm.
when I say Southern, because people look at me, they be like, oh, Hispanic, Asian.
Yeah.
Like this don't like the look don't match Southern, but it's something that I feel like is unique about me that I like wanna like capitalize on because nobody talks like me and looks like this too and talks
Ooh,
like
talk
so
your
I feel
shit. Talk your shit real quick. I saw you.
like guys too,
Yeah, you was warming up a little bit. She said nobody looks like this. Nobody talks like this. You was about to cut a promo on me real quick. Hold on.
Yeah,
I was
that's
ready
true.
for it.
Yes, it's true though, because like that's one thing, like you want to get stuff out before the next person comes along and does it, because you never know, that might be for today,
Mm-hmm.
but you never know, like tomorrow, who what athlete they may find, or just in general, like somebody, I doubt it very seriously. It ain't no other Kiah Dream, but I'm just saying, like, it's
Okay.
important to do things quickly I think, and yeah, so.
Yeah. So what was the moment you felt you hit a stride with your wrestling personality? Like, what was the moment where you were like, oh yeah, I got this down. I got this down. I could go out here and make people feel something, whether I'm a baby or a heel. Like, at what point of you working did you get into that mode?
There are times in matches where I just feel it's a feeling, and the thing that I'm working on now is how to do that every time.
Hmm.
Because some people have like pre-match rituals and stuff, or like whatever sport they play. There's a zone I can get into, but it's only certain times, or like with certain people I have better chemistry with. Like when I work, there's one like Florida wrestler down here, La Brava. Like when I work her, it's like we
Okay.
really just going at it. Like, and it's like a flow. And then there's some people I work and that we just don't flow as well. Or like, it's very it depends on how we call things too. So I really can't say, because like right now I don't feel like I can do that every single time. It's something, and also it depends, because sometimes people just be calling so much, and I'm just like,
Help me to help you.
yeah, because that takes the comfort away of like, not being able to think. Because of course, like the more you're thinking, and like me, I'm a heavy thinker, so I'll be like, my face be like, but that's what I'm saying. Like I really got a lot to work on, and like be more comfortable. Like that's why I got a lot of dates coming up soon, and I'm really just ready to get back out there. So like, because every match, no matter how much you think you got it, I'll be like, I learned a big lesson. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna do this again. And then it'd be another lesson to learn. And then you go
Mm.
out there and it's like, okay, we're never gonna finish learning, huh?
It's a learning
So,
experience every time. Now, what are some places you're excited about wrestling at that you haven't wrestled at yet?
So, Texas for one, like that I haven't wrestled, that I'm thinking, oh, on the West Coast. So I got something coming up over there, but they haven't like released it, so I don't want to
Oh
say
no,
for.
no, don't blow that spot up. No.
Yeah, West Coast for sure. I'm really excited to just wrestle everywhere. I'm excited to have fun with it, like internationally too. But at the same time, like I say, right now it's more about getting those reps in, because trying to, balance two things like real estate and then wrestling. Like those are two things that require a lot of time. So it's like I'm just excited to just be everywhere, like, booked, busy. Like I say, it's more about getting the reps in right now for
Of
me, so
course.
that, I can be more known, be in the mix and stuff like that.
Now you got to give me something real quick. What was the best piece of advice you received about the business so far?
Hmm. Best advice I received. I want to say, I feel like I've learned a lot from a lot of people. Like I've learned a lot from Devon, but there was was it Ron Simmons? I met him, and I feel like his advice, because I mean I was so excited to meet him, because he's from like kind of where I'm from too. Like he was in
Oh,
originally from, like Warner Robins, so or he lived there or something. But and also like I just love watching him, and I like a lot of old wrestling. Like I'm real old school, even though that's not really what flies today, but I love that. So I'll say the advice he gave me was kind of just like staying out the mix type thing, like as far
mm.
as like, and that's something I live by. Like, I call it staying out the matrix. It's like,
Oh, I like that.
like learning as you go, but like not taking everything so like to heart, and like just keeping it moving, like working everywhere. Oh, and Jazz actually, she said that a lot of girls, and I don't even know if she remembered this, but yeah, like she said a lot of girls, once they, get some years and they stop training, and she was like, never stop training. Like that's how, you get kind of like still. It was something like that, like
Hmm.
about the, and I find that so true, because you gotta like consistently be moving, and like having your body used to these movements, because there's been times where I've like kind of been, just busier, couldn't really get to training as much, and then I have a match and it's like, you just feel the difference of like your body's like, huh? Like, like, we forgot we didn't know you still were doing this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it becomes more like you want it to be more like a second nature thing. And that's why I've been posting a lot of like stuff like that because for one, it's been getting a lot of attention and views, but also
I see.
um yeah, it's just like trying to keep my body like used to being like moving motion. Like even if it's stuff I know I can't really do too much in a match with it, certain people or often, it's like, I know my body knows that feeling of doing that. So if somebody randomly is like, okay, let's try this. Cause that does happen where they be like, girl, I know you can do this. And I'd be like,
You be like,
okay.
yeah, let's see. We gonna see. We gonna find out together. We gonna we gonna work through it. Now,
Mhm.
it's funny you brought up social media because I actually was gonna ask you about that. Like now that you're getting back into that, you're discovering how valuable of a tool that is. Is that something you would also recommend other girls and even some of the fellas in the industry to start doing is getting up on a social media game?
Yes, of course, it is free, like media, and that's the world we live in.
Hmm.
Like, it's social media and in every industry, like even in business, it's like if you on the I don't really like the post train, like why do it? Because that's yeah, I encourage that 100%. Like you gotta stay in the mix, you gotta stay relevant. That's a big lesson in the game. Like if you the minute you even like lately, because I didn't post for like a week now, but I'm about to get back to it. But like even that, like you gotta like every day something. So yeah, of course, like picture photo shoots, um, all that. Yeah, I encourage it.
And yeah.
Honestly, I thought about since my followers went up so much, I'm like, maybe I can start capitalizing on a little social media class on how to
Ooh.
something for wrestlers. So
Ooh.
that's something I've been thinking about actually.
And y'all believe it when she said. She said she gonna get back to posting. I don't believe it. I don't believe. Do y'all believe it? We gonna see if she actually do it. She gonna post a picture of some chips. She gonna cheat. I just know she gonna cheat. We'll see what you
No,
do. Some
I
people
like
go ahead.
no, you could. I was just saying I like that. I like when people, say like I'm not gonna do something because then I'm gonna be like, okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, you're not gonna skydive.
Yeah, you're probably right about
I got you.
that. I don't really play with my life like that. I still got some things to accomplish before I go out. So yeah,
Yo,
maybe later.
I'm the same way. I'm like, God gave me a life. I ain't finna take chances with it.
Right. Like I love my life. I got things to do. There's a lot of things on my list that I need accomplishing before, if I can help it.
Yeah, my grandfather had a saying. He used to say, I ain't make it this far in life being no dummy.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So yeah, you got to get that down. Now, hold on. We talked about influence. You brought up Ron Simmons giving you some solid advice. Give me some more wrestling influences. Who got you into this? Like what made you want to go, this is the platform I want to be on. This is where I want to go.
So when I was like nine, I would say like from like 8 years old, like 10 years old. I just remember that era. Like that's when I really started watching wrestling. My dad was always into wrestling and he would watch it. So I got into it and then I had like people at school talking about it. So who I watched back then, like John Cena, my favorite, and then Mickey James was my favorite. And then I love Eve and who else? Oh, Melina. Oh my God. And I realized like with the fan thing, I was like, I wonder was that like subconscious like Melina stuff? Because I watched back like one of her things. And I know she always had the red carpet, but I watched back like the big fan she had, like, and she was just, and I was like, oh my God, like, wow, like, is that where that like kind of subconsciously came from? Because I love like feathers, anything flashy, honestly, is me. But yeah, so that was who got me, I'll say like into it at that age. And I was just really into wrestling. Like I even had a class project in like I think sixth grade where I was like, I want to be a WWE diva because back then it was divas.
Yes,
And
indeed.
wow, okay. And it's crazy because I kind of got away from that like in high school and stuff. And then yeah, it was like by the time I was graduating, my dad, I just knew I was almost about to go to the military because I knew like college to me, debt just didn't sound uh it just didn't sound like a good idea.
It's not fun. It's not ideal. No.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be like a doctor, a lawyer, or nothing, so like to where you had to go. So I was just like, what am I just gonna stay here in Georgia? And it just didn't make sense. So wrestling came on TV, and my dad was like joking. He was just like, "Why don't you do that?" You remember? And I was like,
Mm,
you know what? I could do that. Like
mm.
and I'm like, me? Like, yes, I'll be perfect. Like, and so I knew I wanted to move to Orlando. And it really just started from there. Like it's always been consistent in my life. And that's like when I know I always keep coming back to something, that's when I know it's like really important. So that's what or how. And then like who, as I, become like a student of the game, I love like Dusty Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat, Ron Simmons. I just like older wrestling. To me, like, I don't know what it is, like the promo, even though like they're really cheesy and stuff now, like I like it.
Oh, you like the little cheesiness. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Salute to Pops. Pops, she gonna she gonna go to WrestleMania. Why? Watch what I say, Pops. She gonna get there. She is gonna get there. Okay. Now let me be the first person to say that if nobody else has said it to you. Now. You talked about your influences. You ran down who got you into it. You've pretty much given me as much as you can about everything that got you into pro wrestling. Now, what do you hope to give back to it when it's all said and done?
When it's all said and done, I hope to help women, upcoming girls in wrestling. Um, yeah, like when I'm there, and like not just like I say in wrestling, but when I'm just there and I feel like I made it in life, like financially wise too. And I'm talking about like way, way up there, like because Kiah is gonna be on billionaire status. So
Ooh.
the dream brand, like all kind of stuff. So, but I really want to like things I've struggled with, like how expensive this stuff is. Even if you make money, you're spending. If you want to look decent, like if girls need help with like boots or gear or leggings, like I want it to kind of be like a place where they can come and like kind of like put in like a application or something, like a form, and then it's like what they need, what they're looking for, and then like I want to be able to just like help them with that on their up and coming experience.
Okay.
Oh yeah, stuff like that with women, more so because I know the stuff women face, even though a lot of them be haters. It's just, girl power at the end of the day. Like I'm still, because I understand like sometimes people like everybody's not like mentally as sound. I'm okay, I don't know how to say that, but like mentally the strong, especially like when you're young and up and coming, like this industry, it's a lot. Any entertainment industry is a lot. So it's just like I just want to be able to help like with advice. I would like to have like, a manager type thing where, just helping women like up and coming, giving them the type of advice or like resources, supplies, whatever.
Look at you wanting to give back to the women. Look at you. That's something that you don't hear a lot of women say when they say they're getting ready to leave the industry. They like, look, I'm gonna take my bag, I'm gonna buy me a house in Tampa, and I'm gonna sit my ass down. I ain't helping none of these girls, but you actually want to give back, and that's a good thing. And
That's what it's about.
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, you good. I was just saying, like, yeah, that's what it's about.
No, and I was finna say, like, you brought up Jazz earlier. I met Jazz doing media for NWA, and she's very no nonsense, like like very no nonsense, right? But when you see her helping those girls, you see that passion and that fire come out about the business. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's somebody that if you could tap in with her, definitely tap in with her. And Mickey's a friend of the show. I might have to get that olive branch going too. That's somebody I think I could get you in touch with for sure.
I love Mickey. I'm telling you, she was just that girl. Like, she still is that girl, but she was like when I was younger, like I was like, she's just so like her energy. Like that's one thing I love about Mickey. Like everything she did, you can tell it's like passion. And with Jazz too, like all those like women who paved the way. And then what's the other one? Jackie Moore, like
Yes.
all of yeah, like when they when you hear like Jazz, like she definitely is trying to help. And I want to talk to her more because I feel like the few times I have talked to her, it's been like very short. And it's like sometimes it's just weird because you don't want to come off markish, but then again, like closed mouths don't get fed. So you do have to, just talk and ask questions. Or it's like sometimes you just be like, what do I say? Like, I just want to say something like a thank you, like you inspire me. I don't know, but it's like I don't want to come off. But it just depends. It's nice to be able, like, because going back to Texas and stuff, I'm gonna be in that environment a lot more, like learning from these women who really have like helped pave the way, even like Thunder and stuff. Like it's really a blessing, and I'm really excited for that. I'm thankful.
Cool. And last question. Give me your 5-year outlook. Where do you want to be 5 years from now? People say 10 and 20. You don't know where you're going to be in that time, but 5 is reasonable. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, and what goals do you want to accomplish within that amount of time?
I definitely see myself signed to a major company, but more specifically WWE. Like that's where I've enjoyed being, I'll say, the most when it comes to like extra stuff or whatever. And that's where I see like I feel I belong. I definitely see myself as a champion. I definitely see as far as like wrestling goes, I see myself as, almost like a business mogul as well, like having things ran where I'd say at that time I have, I can just pay somebody to take care of things for me. But yeah, like I see myself as a champ, as being signed constantly on consistently on TV, like just having like main event matches. That's where I see myself.
There it is. Dreams, goals, all that stuff. You have your nightmares too, the haters. We didn't brought up the haters. Haters, y'all ain't gonna get no way. So just get out. Get out the way. You can't do nothing
Right.
about it.
I'm more thankful for my supporters, but haters, that's just part of the game. To be honest, if you don't got haters, then you ain't doing.
You ain't popping. That's the saying. You know what I'm
You're not.
saying? It is what it is. So everybody already knows who the hell I am. Y'all watch our show all the time. We talk our shit. We do what we do. So ain't no purpose in saying my name. Tell the people where they can find you, and let's get up out of here.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, Twitter. I'm want to do YouTube soon, but yeah, Instagram is my main thing, and it's Kiah Dream. That's Kiah Dream, all across the board. So just look out for Kiah Dream. Stay tuned. Got a lot coming up. Definitely this Mission Pro show for 20. Don't want to miss that one. Mission Pro Mania. We're gonna be me and Maya. We're gonna be going against the King Bees, which are the new NWA women champs. Yeah, so stay tuned for all my Mission Pro madness, and just stay tuned.
Okay, there we go. There y'all have it, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in tune. I'ma keep in tune. We might have to talk to her once she gets signed to WWE too. But in the meantime, it's time for us to get up out of here, y'all. So, it's Mr. Starks and
Kiah Dream.
There we go. She knew it. Peace out, y'all.